Hello and welcome, friends. Welcome to another episode where I review vintage fountain pens. This time I have a classic German fountain pen, a Kaweco from the late 1930s. And today we are going to talk about this beautiful celluloid Kaweco Dia 87A. You can see thermically imprinted on the barrel 87A, and above it we have an EF. This means this fountain pen was originally equipped with a EF gold nib. You almost can see the transparency of the celluloid and of the ink window. This is a wonderful fountain pen. And you must know that according to a leaflet from that time, this model 87A was the model for gentlemen, because there were also available the model 85A, which was in normal format, and 83A, which was a model for woman or Damen in German. Of course, the difference between those fountain pens were this model, the 87A, intended for gentlemen, cost approximately 9 Deutschmark. The normal format model, the 85A, cost 7.50 Deutschmark. And the smallest one, the model for ladies, cost 6.25 Deutschmark. This is a beautiful celluloid made in celluloid. It is a piston filler with a blind cap. It means that the end of the barrel unscrews and it reveals this piston rod, and by turning it you turn the piston and it holds the ink in the barrel in this reservoir. It is also fitted with an ink window, but unfortunately you can't see it now because it needs to be cleaned. But this model comes equipped with a non-original nib, and I know that because this is a Flaro, a Romanian steel nib, gold-plated. We have RPR, which stands for Republica Populară Română, or the Popular Republic of Romania. It has also an imprint iridium, but I'm not so sure that the tip is made out of iridium. And I think this is the model of the nib 31F. On the back, we can see that it still has its original ebonite feed. It lacks a little tiny leg here, but it is good in other sense. Unfortunately, the piston filler doesn't work. And guys, we will do our writing simply dipping this Romanian pen in ink, and we will see how it writes. Other features include this elegant clip, quite nice ornated. It has two rings at the top of the nib, one breathing hole, or at least two, one on one side and the other one on the other side. And this is hard rubber. And why do I say it's hard rubber? Because it developed this brown patina in time. So the celluloid remains almost as it was when it was new. You can see the beautiful shiny of this particular fountain pen. As I told you, this is a classic German piston filler from the end 1930s. And in comparison with this model, I have with me the other model, the model 85, which was considered a normal size fountain pen. This 85 is equipped with a nib, but you can see it's not the original nib. Size matter, I it is a little bit smaller, and I have brought with me also Kaweco Sonderklasse, but this time from the 1950s. You can see the torpedo shape. And another Kaweco Dia from the 1950s, the Kaweco Dia 802G, also with that shape of a torpedo. And a contemporary modern, the Kaweco original number 52, also in celluloid and also from the 1930s. And another beautiful Kaweco colleague. This Kaweco colleague is also fitted with a nib, and I believe it's a steel nib. So guys, returning to our fountain pen, you can see it has a beautiful body. It is a classical example of a German fountain pen made in the 1930s. They were quite practical, reliable, and you see this had stood the test of time, even though its nib was changed somewhere in time. You know that I love Kaweco models, and I couldn't pass this opportunity to buy this fountain pen for only 10 American dollars or €5 because it didn't come with its original nib. I bought it specially for its body. I think that in time I can fit. Guys, this is a wonderful celluloid, and it deserves a proper writing sample. I already shown you that the piston isn't working. So for the writing format, I thought to myself that a classic ink would do the trick, and I've chosen the Pelikan 4001 Brilliant Black or Brilliant Schwarz. So guys, for the writing sample, I will take the other Kaweco models, and I will change the angle of the camera for you to see better the writing sample. So I will simply dip the pen in the ink. I will leave the ink uncapped. By the way, guys, let's see if we can post the cap of this fountain pen. Yes, it can be securely posted, but you know that I prefer to leave it as it is. So I have here for you guys a Kaweco Dia 87A from the late 1930s. It is a beautiful fountain pen made in Germany. The 87A is the biggest of the three fountain pens. This particular Kaweco Dia is fitted with a Flaro nib, a Flaro steel nib, a gold plated nib. Let me see how this nib performs. Let's see. We don't have a line, no flex. Let's look now at the pressure test here. No pressure. And here a little bit more pressure. You can see the small. Okay, let me see if we can reverse write with it. Reverse writing. Okay, so in reverse it is a no because it scratches a bit and we don't see the ink flow. Let me see how wet this nib is. I think it's pretty wet, yes, you can see. I'm surprised about this steel nib gold plated from Flaro. It is quite a good nib. Let me tell you now about the quick round fox jumps. I need more ink. So jumps over the lazy dog. So as you can see, guys, it writes quite good. Let me see how I can do a signature. Yes, it does the signature quite nice. Let me test again if we have some line variance. No, but I could not say that this Romanian nib is a stiff nib. It has a little bit of flexiness. Let me repeat the pressure test. So yes, you can see it has a little bit of line variance. So guys, this was my review of a wonderful Kaweco 87A. It needs the original nib. It has the original ebonite feed right here, and of course it needs some replacement of the cork inside it, and it is a wonderful example of the vintage Kaweco. I will gladly add it to my collection, and I hope that one day I will fit it with its original nib. Guys, this was my review for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. For those of you who are new, please subscribe to my channel to see the reviews of new and vintage fountain pens. I want to thank you for your time. I want to wish you to have a nice day wherever you are. Thank you for your time, guys. We will see each other on the next episode. Till then, I will leave you this beautiful Kaveka from the 1930s. Bye bye, guys, and take care of yourselves.